yet, but it will be. It's live now. There it is. What's going
Yep,
on?
got it.
Hobie Cash, Hobie Money. What's happening, man?
Not much, Mr. D Nice. Doing well. Good to be back. Feel like it's been forever, but yeah, excited to talk about
whole 2 weeks,
second half of this game.
It's probably been a whole 2 weeks. Yeah, second half. You're on Seattle. I'm on Arizona, so we're on opposite sides right now, but that's okay. We can still find some common ground for the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Patty parlaying tonight. Just Seattle -3 with the under 56.5. So we're live. We'll see what happens in the second half. Hopefully Arizona.
That field goal right there was actually probably exactly what you needed. Like you probably just needed that field goal. Like you want Seattle to win, but you didn't necessarily need or want a touchdown there because you don't want 60 points total in the game. So that might be ideal for you right there.
Yeah, gives a little cushion of the spread and doesn't get the total too out of hand. But
exactly.
I'm more worried about the Cardinals right now. I just don't want them to find their stride and start scoring points in bunches. So I'd like to see Seahawks just blow them out in the second half and then go to garbage time.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the Cardinals have in store for us in the second half. I mean, they didn't show us much in the first half. Like let's take a look at some box scores and some stats. 107 total yards, 4.3 yards per play. Kyler hasn't gotten it going overall on the ground, but overall in the game either, he hasn't really gotten it going. Kyler's at what? Maybe 10 rush yards. Russ is up at like 30 rush yards. Russ is cooking a little bit, 2 touchdowns, 14 to 17 passing. Do we see Arizona turning this around second half? Like, is Cliff going to make these adjustments? And I'll pull up some second half spreads that we can put out here. Yeah,
I'm taking a look at him now. I don't know, because Murray kind of looked like he hurt his shoulder there when he got clocked a little bit, and it was at the end of the first quarter or maybe the beginning of the second quarter. But I guess he's okay, but I mean, I don't know.
But is he? Yeah, but
he
is
can't
he okay?
throw and he's just going to run around. I don't think that's going to help too much for a comeback. But, yeah, Seattle's defense isn't very good, so you never know.
That's true. So maybe Cliff can cook something up. We could see some fireworks maybe second half with some points. Let's see. All right, so Bookmaker right now has second half, Arizona favored by 2.5. And the over-under is 27.5. It's ticking. Actually, it didn't tick anywhere. It's lit up in red. I don't know which way it went, but it's 27.5, juiced a little bit to the under. I haven't looked at other books yet, but that's what
I got 27.5. Yep.
27.5. So we're at what right now? Is it 16.7? So we're at 23 points. So that would put you actually over the number. So that would put you over the number that you would need because you need the under. So that would screw you. And that would put it over.
Wait, we're at 23 right now, right? I would still.
Yes. Yep.
That would keep me under.
Yep. Okay.
56.5. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. So then you'd still be good there. 27.5 would actually get it under for the game too, because the over-under start of the game was 57.5. I want to say. Yeah.
I got it at 56.5. So
okay, 56 to 57. 27.5 is quite a few points. We know that Seattle defense isn't too good. Early thoughts on that? We've been awful with these halftime plays, like terrible with the halftime plays. So fade or follow. I mean,
yeah, my as you know, my halftime play is usually on a Sunday when I can find a couple on people who are losing and just put them together in a parlay and try and win a huge number. But when it's one game, it hasn't been going very well for me. So if I had to pick, you know what? I would probably – I kind of like taking the over 27.5.
Over 27.5.
Seattle's going to stop, and, the Cardinals might get something going. They have the receivers.
The only thing that would worry me is Kyler hurt? Like, how hurt is Kyler? And even if he's hurt, shoulder injury, right? Then he can still run the ball. Like he might get hurt some more, but he might take off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go over 27.5 for the second half.
27.5. Let's see what it is now. 27.5. It's taken money. So it's gone from juice to the under to a little bit juice on the over. 27.5. Say that Seattle keeps moving the ball. Seattle hasn't necessarily been stopped. They're 6 of 9 on third down. I mean, they're moving the chains. I mean, it's not like lightning quick drives. I mean, that drive right there would have probably ended up in a touchdown if it wasn't for the end of the half.
Yeah. And
they're moving the ball.
Yeah, they like you said, they probably should have had a touchdown there, but I mean, give credit to Howie Roseman. He saw that DK Metcalf, really doesn't have that great of hands. He dropped probably his first ball of the year, so credit to Howie. I'm glad we didn't draft him.
Glad we didn't get him, Justin Jefferson, all the wide receivers. Second half over 27.5 is what we're going to do.
Locking
we can
it
get
in.
That basically every book, and I'll put that banner up there. There you go. Over 27.5 second half. You can get that at a lot of places. Maybe somewhere as a 26.5. Doubtful, though. I think we can get there. I'm confident that we can turn these halftime plays around a little bit because they haven't been too good. But here's where we turn it around, right?
Absolutely. And I did just realize that I did put in some first touchdown bet scores. They didn't hit, but one of them was Lockett, and he scored. So at least I get my bet back. That's a draft.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I didn't put any first touchdown score. Oh, is Mike Vick on the halftime show? Didn't know that he was on. Oh, nice. I didn't realize that he was on Fox.
Wow. He looks like a blueberry. Look at that.
I know. Just all decked out. He looks so small compared to Tony Gonzalez. Like he's probably 6 inches smaller than Tony Gonzalez, but
Tony Gonzalez is a large man. Yeah.
Tony Gonzalez is huge. So what was I saying? Oh, I didn't have any first touchdown bets, but I did have, and I do have Russell Wilson over 32.5 rush yards. He might have gotten there. Last I checked, he was at 26. I think he's going to get there. Hopefully he gets there. Like if he doesn't get there, then fuck me, right?
At the risk of being a mush, I think that's a lock.
Yeah, at the risk of being a mush there. That should be all right. Do you have anything that you've bet on for rest of week 11 so far? Did a podcast last night that we'll be putting out there. Got some picks, but I'm interested to see where you're at. I'm certainly not fucking touching the Eagles. I know that one.
Yeah, we just talked about that off air briefly. In the 7 minutes that's gone by since that conversation, I've decided I'm betting the Browns.
Yeah, just gonna pull the trigger. Is it 3 or 3.5? Because I saw 3.5 earlier. 3?
It's 3. Yeah, it's
you might as well pull the trigger on it. Like I haven't done anything yet. I'm tired of watching the Eagles lose. I'm sure as hell not betting on the Eagles. Like you could make the case for teasing the Eagles up. You know that if you tease it up to 9, that they're going to lose by 10, 11 points. Like, it's a lost cause, man.
Yeah, I was telling you before I watched the Masters last week, and then I turned the Eagles game on, and I watched for a couple minutes, and then I wanted to just put the green jacket ceremony back on because it's just so bad.
It's just depressing.
Watching Justin Johnson cry for like the first time ever was more exciting than watching Carson Wentz try and do anything on a football field.
Just do anything. Just the Giants should have beaten us twice, but okay. So that's one game. There's plenty that we're going to cover on the podcast because one of the 4 games that we break down is Eagles Browns, and I don't feel good about it. I'm on Kansas City -6.5. That's ticked up to 7. I know that Raiders have all those COVID issues. Do you have anything else? I know Pittsburgh is favored by 10.5 on the road against Jacksonville. I don't think it's a letdown spot necessarily because they're undefeated, but sometimes Pittsburgh goes in and when they're favored by double digits, they pull out like a 6-7 point win. That's something to consider.
I actually was looking at that. I might take the Jags because sometimes, and it could blow up in my face, but they're like one of those teams that they'll play like a good team close and they'll lose, but
it's what happened against Green Bay last weekend. And this Jaguars quarterback is it Luton, Crouton. He's kind of frisky. Like he's not awful. He can move the ball. He's not good, but he can move the ball. Could cover 10.5 at home. cover 10.5 at home. I haven't bet anything.
A big home field advantage.
Yeah, Jacksonville with probably a full stadium because COVID doesn't exist in Florida.
Raiders, you said you took Chiefs -6. Did you tease that or did you get that?
6.5. I got 6.5 on Tuesday.
Yeah, looks like it's 8 now. Revenge game. Raiders beat them earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Home game for the Raiders, and they're 8-point dogs. Interesting.
Cincinnati.
That kind of smells blowout Chiefs, right?
It smells like it, but lately in the past couple of weeks, I'd say like week 7 was really good. Week 8, I think I was up a little bit. 9 and 10 have been down weeks. Week 11 here, I'm hoping that like when it smells like a blowout, that we actually get that blowout. I mean, Kansas City's pissed about the Raiders showing off and circling their buses after that last win. I can't see the Raiders winning twice against the Chiefs this season. I mean, could they cover this spread and lose 26-20 or something like that and screw me on a 6.5? Sure. Could they win outright at home? I guess. I mean, I like what the Raiders have offensively, but defensively, you can move the ball all over them. So,
I might not just touch that one because I'm still recovering from that parlay that 8-leg parlay that didn't win because the Chiefs lost. What was that, 3 or 4 weeks ago?
I forgot about that one, but you hit a big one though, right? Like you hit a big
after
one.
that, yeah. I had a decent one.
Week 8, yeah. I teased Cincinnati, which I know is ugly, but Cincinnati against Washington. I teased Cincinnati up and Minnesota down. So I coupled those two in a teaser. So I got Vikings at -1, Bengals at +8, I believe it was. I don't think it was +8.5, +8, I want to say.
Whoa.
Thoughts on Houston and New England? That's not something we covered on last night's podcast, but Houston's a dog at home, probably should be against, is it the upstart Patriots now as they beat the Ravens in that monsoon?
Yeah, I would bet the Patriots here. Just when in doubt, like the Texans are a mess, and when in doubt, I'd bet on Belichick, even though I think Deshaun Watson is way better than Cam Newton. I think Cam Newton's better with that system than Deshaun is with his system, if that makes any sense.
I agree with you. I mean, Deshaun can be electric, but Belichick against Romeo Crennel, I mean, I'm going to take Belichick. I don't love what the Patriots have.
Yeah, Belichick destroys his ex-coaches. Like
David SM with a bunch of numbers. I don't necessarily know who that is, but maybe you do. Let's get back to this game, bro. What's the percent the over hits? 20-25%. I'd say that's about accurate. 56.5, 57.5. I'd say that percent chance that the over gets there. The highest would be, it's certainly not 50. It's probably not getting there. But if we get some fireworks here second half, I'd say 1 in every 3 times, 1 in every 4 times sounds about accurate. 20% is a little low, but 57.
I like 20%. I like 20%.
20% sounds about accurate.
For the under, so I'll take 20%.
How about 0% for you, right?
Yeah. We starting up again here.
Again. Second half over 27.5. Let's get off the schneid here. It's been a few weeks since we've had a halftime play. It's not like we're doing halftimes and live streams for every game, but it's all Thursday night games, a couple Sundays, and a couple came really close and lost in like the last seconds of the half, but can't win them all or can't win any at halftime.
Like I said, I don't like these one games. I like my parlays, but that's why I parlayed the over and the spread. So we'll see how it works out.
Well, then maybe you can get a nice little middle here with the second half over, full game.
That's what I'm shooting for. I'm shooting for 52.
Hit the middle. I have Arizona +3.5. I know that you don't want that, but if this game ends on like 2 or 3, even 3 would be I win, you don't lose. You could do that.
Cardinals almost just fumbled, but they didn't.
Cardinals don't look great. I don't love my. Oh, yep. Is that Drake or is that Edmonds there? That was Drake. Drake is terrible, dude. He's not a good running back. All right. On that note, we'll shoot for your middle here with the under game, second half over, and we'll
51 to 56. Let's go.
see what happens in this. Whoever wins this game very well could take that NFC West in about a month from now. So a lot on the table here.
All right.
Hobie, we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Shout out Sun JM. You're the best.
Sung Jae.